I have this unfinished wood board. I get these from Hobby Lobby. It's a 19-inch diameter. And I'm going to start by painting it with some Wise Owl goldenrod. And I covered the entire thing with one good coat of the goldenrod. Now, while the paint is still wet, I have a little squirt bottle and I'm going to mist a little bit of water on it. This just helps move the paint around a little more. This is still wet and I'm going to add in a little bit of some Wise Owl Mandarina. And I'm just going to blend these two colors together. I don't want it to look too streaky, but I just wanted to brighten the goldenrod a little bit with the Mandarina orange. And I'm just going to mess with this until I was happy with the color. You can add a little water to help just blend those colors together. Now, once that was fully dry, I have this sun felt cutout that you can get right from Dollar Tree, or you can even just cut your own. And I'm going to add some painter's tape to the back side so that we can stick the sun onto the piece of wood. So just be sure your paint is fully dry before moving to this step. And now I have some Wise Owl Snow Owl on a foam roller. I get these mini foam rollers right from Lowe's. And I'm going to roll onto the board, pushing away from the center of the sun. I don't want to roll too much back and forth because I do not want to bend the sun and get any white paint underneath it. So I'm pretty much using this felt sun piece from the Dollar Tree as a stencil. Now, once I was done rolling the white paint on, while this paint is still wet, I'm then going to go back in with some Wise Owl goldenrod. And I'm just going to brush very lightly with a paintbrush around the outside of the sun area where all of the white paint is. And again, my white paint is currently still wet. I have this little spray bottle in my hand. We have these on our webpage. They're a really nice small spray bottle and it gives off just a little bit of a mist. And this is great when blending colors. And again, it just helps move that paint around very easily. So I'm going to add as much yellow as I want. You can even go in and add a little bit of orange. You can really customize this with any color of your choice. And once I was happy with how the yellow looked, I'm then going to lift up my felt piece. Now you can see on the left side here, I did get a very small amount of white paint, which you can easily sand off, but I'm not worried about it. I have this small sun cutout that I actually found at the Dollar Tree as well, and I'm going to paint the entire thing with some Wise Owl goldenrod. Once this was fully covered, I'm then just going to allow it to fully dry. For the next step, I have this stencil. I believe we got it from Studio R12. It says, "Hello, Sunshine." And I'm going to place that on my sun. I did not want to go in the center because I'm going to be adding something to the bottom right corner. So I just kind of went up a little bit on the sun. But if you want it in the center of the sun, then you can certainly place it there. I'm going to hold it down and using my foam dabber and a little bit of Wise Owl black paint, I'm going to dab on top of my stencil. You can also use a foam roller and roll over the stencil. Just remember, you want a very small amount of paint. Too much paint will cause bleeding under the stencil. I'm then going to lift it and I can fill in those letters with a very small art brush. And once it was fully dry, I just took a piece of sandpaper and just gave it a very light sanding. I'm then going to remove my sanding dust. And I do want to give this a top coat. I'm going to use my Wise Owl 1-hour enamel clear. You can also use the Wise Owl varnish. Since I'm not using a transfer, either of these top coats are really great, especially for anything that will be going outside. I even added a top coat to my small little sun here. I'm going to add a little bit of glue and I'm going to secure that to the bottom right corner. And there we go. Now we just have this very easy Hello Sunshine sign. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. Have a great day.